weeks since Lexington and Concord, Boston has stood as a fortified island of imperial power. Both sides knew the heights around Boston would decide the siege. Artillery there could dominate the harbor and pin the British. After learning Gage meant to seize them, the provincials moved first. On the night of June 16th, Colonel William Prescott led about 1,000 men onto the Charlestown Peninsula, bypassed Bunker for the closer Breed's Hill, and overnight threw up an earthen redoubt overlooking Boston. By dawn, the Royal Navy sloop Lively and batteries on Copp's Hill had begun a bombardment intended to disrupt the defenses. American reinforcements filtered onto the peninsula during the morning. Colonel John Stark's New Hampshire men extended the left along a rail fence stuffed with hay toward the Mystic River, while a breastwork and a low stone wall helped close gaps in the improvised line. Among the late arrivals was Dr. Joseph Warren, recently commissioned a major general in the Massachusetts militia, who chose to fight in the ranks rather than exercise command. Reinforcements file onto the peninsula over the narrow neck as enemy shot throws up sprays of sand and splinters. Colonel John Stark's New Hampshire men anchor the exposed American left, laying their muskets along a rail fence hastily packed with hay. Major General William Howe was tasked with the main assault. Landing at Charlestown with approximately 2,500 regulars, he organized deliberate, linear attacks characteristic of British doctrine, expecting the provincials, poorly supplied and unevenly trained, to yield under pressure. They did not. American ammunition was scarce, but the decision to withhold fire until the attacking columns closed to short range maximized the effect of the initial volleys. The first advance was driven back with heavy casualties. A second attempt fared no better. The slopes below the redoubt and along the fence line filling with wounded and fallen officers and men. Reports from the field emphasized the severity of these repulses and the disorganization they produced among the attacking battalions.
Fall back.
Sustained defense, however, depended upon powder, and the provincials did not possess it in sufficient quantity. As cartridges dwindled and resupply faltered on the neck between Charlestown and the mainland, Howe altered his approach, lightening the attacking troops by ordering them to drop their packs and focusing the third attack against the redoubt and its immediate flanks with bayonets fixed. In the ensuing close combat, the American position, no longer able to deliver effective fire, gave way. The defenders withdrew in rough but not chaotic order toward Bunker Hill and off the peninsula, many fighting rearguard actions behind fences and walls that slowed pursuit. The redoubt itself was briefly a scene of intense, brutal fighting at hand's length before the British secured it. British losses approached 1,000, around 200 killed and more than 800 wounded, an attrition rate extraordinary for a brief action, and particularly costly in officers. American casualties were approximately 450, among them Warren, whose death acquires immediate symbolic weight. Tactically, the British hold the heights at day's end. Strategically and psychologically, they have purchased a hill at a rate that terrifies prudent commanders. On the American side, the meaning was equally plain. Properly sighted and resolute, provincial forces can blunt and even break the regulars at decisive range. The rebellion's morale hardened into a program of war. Bunker Hill demonstrated that this will be a conflict of sieges and pitched actions, not of petitions and parades. That Britain's restoration of authority will be measured not only in blood, but in the erosion of confidence, and that the American resistance, if it is to endure, must acquire powder, artillery, and discipline commensurate with its aims.